Hey guys, it's the Drabble Geek here, and welcome back to, I guess, the last day of Orwell. Well, of this Orwell, because there is a sequel which I will be playing pretty much immediately after this one. I'm kind of sort of preparing in advance for a couple things that are happening this summer, plus giving myself time to get used to a new job that will be starting in July, so I'm pre-recording some stuff. Um, But yeah, so we actually got a lot of stuff that happened last episode, if you guys remember. But if you don't, we felt the need to locate Abraham Goldfells because we got an email from him to Nina firing her. Um, and then the National Beholder, which is the country's main news source, published about Thought, and Thought was received with lots of hate, lots of comments on their group, and then Orwell was hacked by who we believe is the Initiative. And then we also learned some stuff about other people involved, such as Joseph Langley, because he was involved in Abraham before, and there was some evidence that maybe he contacted Abraham about that. We then learned that Abraham is not Abraham. It is actually Gunther Ahrens and was missing person in his home country, but he died last year, which meant there's someone pretending to be Abraham. And then we also have the Initiate, or the main hacker, who found out about Orwell somehow and was leaking, extracting information, and I believe also leaking some information to Harrison. Then we have Juliet, who was working at Rosin all weekend, which I personally found weird. And then just saying that everyone involved in Thought should be to blame for the bombings. Then we have Harrison O'Donnell, who lost his job because he was part of the National Beholder, and then was also leaking some of the information from Orwell to the public. And lastly, we found out about who I'm supposing is Stimes, and his personal information was exposed because he is part of Orwell. And that is all the stuff that happened last time, so let's go into today. Under the spreading chestnut tree. Lovely. Oh, good morning, Catherine. Isn't she the security minister, something like that? Good morning, investigator. Since you have the most powerful investigative tool at your disposal, I suspect you already know who I am. Yes. You, on the other hand, have been mediocre so far. You could not save the Circle Mall, but at least you got the prime suspect. You will do better. I will be your new advisor on this case. This has become far too important to leave the case to an advisor with an exposed identity. Stimes as well, but no longer fit to work on Orwell. Moving forward, we will not speak about him again. As far as you are concerned, he never existed. Oh, lovely. With yesterday's reveal of Orwell, sympathizers of this terrorist group have taken to the streets. We need to show all of the nation Orwell is keeping them safe. We will not allow some fools to trample on everything we have achieved. We must get rid of the imposter pretending to be Abraham Goldfells. Find out who did it and where they are hiding. Will do. But first, the newspaper. I also love how the internet is always super slow in this game when you first try and look at something. That's a lot of beats. So negotiations with this country have been renewed. House of an exposed government employee vandalized after his personal address was exposed. Alright, and then lastly, the anti-Orwell protesters gather at the Freedom Memorial remains. Alright. So that is what happened, and I don't think there's anything here, but pretty much all we need to do is find out who the real, I guess, Goldfelds is as of now. Okay, so a bunch of people got the same email, except for Juliet and the initiate. What's going on here? Oh, maybe it's because we opened him as a person of interest last time. So I am sorry. We read this before. I don't think this was yesterday. But yeah, everyone but Juliet got the thought must gather once again message. Wait, it says... okay, so maybe it's from another account, because she's right there. Members of Thought, my dear friends, as you have all experienced already, we are being besieged by the government. They have denounced us, calling us terrorists, and turned the public against us. This will stop today. Their days are about to come to an end. I have a plan, but for this to work, we must meet like we did in the old days, when we had our meetings in Cafe Chestnut. We will have a conference call at 4 p.m. sharp, because I am well aware that a meeting in person won't work out for us. We do not fear surveillance, all has been taken care of. I will contact you, get in a safe position, be ready, Abraham Goldfelds. Okay, so who's on this? Cassandra, Joseph, Juliet, Harrison, and Nina. So, unless the initiate is one of these persons, either they didn't get the email or they sent the email. A gathering. We know Abraham Goldfelds is dead. Someone is impersonating him. This is crystal clear. We must act swiftly and collect as much evidence as possible before this gathering commences. Thought is certainly up to no good. As you know, processing data chunks is time-consuming. No, we did not know that. I would say we have time for roughly 20 data chunks. Be considerate. Okay, so we have limited time to do a bunch of stuff. Let me just open this message from everyone, in case they'd had something else. Alright, so Harrison, quote-unquote ghosting from Marka. You must think I'm stupid. First you don't tell me where you are going because you need to ghost. Then hours later you don't answer your phone. So I called Paris asking for you, and she told me you were at the Cyber Cafe Chestnut yesterday evening. Said you stormed in, then furiously wrote something on your PC, proud this outrageous blog post the news speaks of, then stormed back out the door, only to meet whom? Juliet, meaning you're back in action with this crappy group, and her, I cannot fudging believe it. So now I'm trying email so you can't dodge me any longer, you and me are done. Alright, that's not necessary. Where he was yesterday is because that could have been the meeting him and Juliet were talking about yesterday. This is where Harrison O'Donnell did his dirty work, probably thinking we would not be able to track him down. We will track him down. I've gone through the information we have on the remaining suspects regarding the impersonation of Abraham Goldfelds. O'Donnell predicted the bombings. This alone makes him suspicious. We have no idea why O'Donnell hit the post on the Thought blog and his timelines. Well, because he needed a real job. We are yet to clarify why O'Donnell would frequenting a drugstore so often. Perhaps he provided the bomb materials. Alright, that's just a typo. Why would O'Donnell have 2 healthcare insurances? It is apparent that Harrison O'Donnell might well be part of the Bonton bombings. He's probably the one impersonating Goldfields. I want you to prove this and lock him away for good. Okay, so the cafe website, Hello World. This is like a chestnut tree, ever-growing, branching, spreading. Everyone has the right to dwell and relax in the shadow, and we make sure you get your right. Need the web? Got you covered. Out of battery? Chartered it here. Need PC access only? Also, yep. Bring your PC or use one of ours. Find us on Stelligan campus, Complex D, next to the actual cafe. All I ask for is the occasional donation, cash or goods in return. If you can, that's it. Ready. Alright. Hosts. Lenore, Persephone, founder and boss. Ahmed, Rattlesnake. Marka, Wicked Witch. Okay, so that's his former girlfriend. Honorable guest, Hancock. He's a former admin. Can I look up more about him? User. Ooh, his PC. That's good info. Is anything going on here? I don't think so. I still want to know who that person is. Might be Harrison, but I don't. Okay, browser. That's nothing. I'm just gonna quickly go through this real quick. I don't think anything's here, but I don't like how it's highlighted. Alright, that's done. Notebook. Let's go to his trash. T&O ideas. As you may or may not have heard, I've been affiliated with a group called Thought in the past. I thought I might as well blow that right into your face before some data miner does and claims crap. Yeah, let them claim crap if they love worthless crap all that much. Once upon a time, there was a daft punk who sought to build an activist group, but failed awfully. The moral of the story is your activism isn't worth crap, because peeps just don't care. As you may or may not have heard, the TMB office is a bunch of suckers. At least now you know. Don't say you haven't been warned. That's interesting. Alright, system, history. Where is my phone? That's cool. We know he looked up Benjamin. That's not necessary. Alright, personal. Trust life. Mr. O'Donnell, here's your invoice. Alright, so that's one of his health insurances. This is his second. Oh. He has a Family Plus account. That was one of the things that Catherine wanted to know. Why would someone like O'Donnell own a health insurance for a family member? True, true, true. Message for the great Hancock. Hey, I wanted to thank you for your support on my blog. I have the feeling that Nina does not like me. I hope I didn't do anything wrong. Frankly, she scares me a bit. You know, I didn't want to occupy your thought. If you want, we could meet tomorrow and talk about our great success. I think we knew that. I don't think we need to know that. Although that might be the email that was the thing was sent to. I love you, Hancock. Someone named Lily. That doesn't sound important. Alright. Sky chat. Hey Jude. Happy birthday. Have a good one. Huxley. It's fine. Angela. So Angela, his mom. He doesn't live with his mom. He lives on a... Unless... Alright, so... That would explain why he needs extra health insurance. I'm guessing M. Babe is Marka. Mails. He wrote the messages. It was Harrison O'Donnell after all. Well done, investigator. Make sure we have all relevant locations where he might be hiding in his profile so we can make an arrest. Alright. Is that it? Sky chat. We did that. Gallery. Him and his mom together. Juliet, that's kind of creepy. But we don't need that right now. So I guess we should put all of these in. Here's where he's been in the last 24 hours. Cool. Half our time is up. Stay diligent and considerate. Alright, that's all his locations. So he was chatting with Juliet. Where the heck are you? Why'd you leave Abe's? Our plan was to hide somewhere until we're no longer public enemies number 1 and 2. Yeah, that was before I found out what you did. You exposed a government employee. Take a close look at what happened. They're after us now for sure. Was that necessary? Look at the TMB. We have developed a following. If they prosecute us now, there will be public outcry. This tiny crowd with their banners won't stop a thing. We'll be gone forever once they get us. That's why I had to leave. Did you get Abraham's email? Yeah, that was crazy. I know, all of a sudden he is back and has a plan. I can't believe it. Where was he this whole time? Will you attend this gathering? Well, I guess this is along. Of course. If Abe is there, we must attend. I will hide away someplace. I can call in from my notebook. You should do the same. Don't hide anywhere you've been in the last 24 hours. My phone is gone. Can you not take care of your stuff? I have not seen your phone. Try to track it down, but it doesn't send a signal. Probably out of battery or something. Yeah, whatever. I'll go without it until the gathering. Yeah, until the gathering. So this says she's hiding where she has not been in the last 24 hours. But this is with the initiate. Knock knock. Who are you? Name's initiate. Oh, you're this hacker guy Harrison spoke about? Right. So you hacked the thought block. You've been following us around. Why? What do you want? What I want? I want to know what happened to thought. These bombings have been ringing in my head. And I just don't know what this thought's work. Was it a setup? Listen, I don't know either. I'm sorry, but crap is majorly going down the drain right now. If you can help us, please do it. I fear my help got you where you are right now. You helped to dox this Costigan. Harrison told me you didn't want to assist us. Don't talk so openly, or did you forget what's going on? We already know that. Can you do that again? What you did? Nope. They're going to track me down for sure. Barely got out the last time. I need more intel on this thing first. At the moment, I don't see a way. Darn. So, what are you doing? Oh, you don't know yet. Abraham Goldfelds, who found the thought, sent us a message. Thought we should gather once more. What? Abe is back. Yeah, he says he has a plan. You know him? kinda. Where from? Coincidence. That's sketch. Look, if you know Abraham, why don't you attend this gathering as well? It's going down at 4 p.m. as a conference call. Give me your number and I'll invite you as well. No. Thanks, but no thanks. Sounds like a trap to me. You shouldn't attend either. I'm pretty positive it's not. The email sounded authentic, but have it your way. I will. Good luck with this gathering. Good luck with finding out what's going on here. You're going to need it. Alright, anything else going on here? That's Harrington. Is there anything about Marka? No, we don't need anything about Marka. High scores. We award scores for the time spent in our cafe donating stuff. Alright, so I think probably the message from Juliet saying she's not going to be anywhere than they've been for the last 24 hours. A useful hint: if you counter any hits to hideout locations, make sure to validate them by checking where they have stayed before first. Yeah. Oops. Angela, Castro, Danton, Eddie, Peterson. Okay, we don't have Jules's number. Good, keep an eye on her as well. I'm not suspicious about Cassandra, so I'm not worrying about that. Who is this dude keep emailing? From him, I have been working on a plan and hiding. Today I need to call upon your help to make it happen. I'm aware of your capabilities and skills. You need to extract. Here's where to find one. I'm gonna listen to this call first. I feel like I just wasted 5 of my data chunks. Carrington, Juliet, Victor here. Oh hey Victor. I just talked to Maria. Why are you not at work? Oh, I sent a sick note, didn't you? No, you did not. You were here the entire weekend. That's what the tracker says, but no one authorized you to do so. Also, what is SP85560-1204 registered under your account? The device does not belong to a company approved. That seems unusual. What she's doing. I will explain these. I want you in my office. I don't think so. Ugh. I feel like I did it bad. Okay, Joseph is calling. Or Cassandra's calling Joseph. Law offices of Joseph, Cassie. They released me. I'm free to go. Wow, that's fantastic. I can't believe it. You must have had a hand in this for sure. Well, maybe I did. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wait, I'm going to pick you up. You sure you don't have to work? Work can wait. What the heck happened to you? Is this the same Joseph Langley? It's a long story. I will tell you on our way out. I'm so looking forward to seeing you again. Gonna be there in about 20 minutes. See you soon. Yeah, can't be soon enough. Alright, I don't think Cassandra has anything to do with anything. Let's go with Juliet. Is that her and Abram? Hey, Jules. Right, we saw that before. Hey, sis. Probably not important. This is Dad. Poor choice to follow this Abraham creep just because he worked at Rosin Tech. What? That might be important, but I'm not sure yet. Gallery. That doesn't matter. Contacts. Why does... I don't think... Stoligan Avenue. Wait. Where was he been? Alright, so this is not a possible hideout. This is also not a possible hideout, so only these three. Wait, no. 78 Orchard. And he's been there. 78 Orchard. That's fine. So only the outskirts and 78 Orchard are actual stops. This is completely new information that we did not have before that might be useful. You're not supposed to follow Abraham Goldfeld. He is dead. You're wasting precious time. Yeah, but it's something. Contractor information. He worked on the Demerge project. I command you to no longer dig around in Abraham Goldfeld's past. I could easily turn you into the target person for disobeying me. You wouldn't want that, do you? But then what are we supposed to do? Oh. Abraham Goldfeld, developed the so-called ethical codex for a project codenamed Emerge, which has been renamed Orwell. And I have proof everything about your rights cloned on this device. I also don't want to get stopped. Let's go around. Him being an admin does not matter. I just want to go around and hope that I can find other things. But I'm also just like, this was the reason why she was... This has to be the reason why she was being creepy. Yeah, that's the wrong. I'm sorry, Catherine, this is important. So you know it now. Yes, we hired him for Orwell. This is his doing. It was me who wanted him on the project in the first place to get things right with Orwell, to follow ethical standards. Only very few people here knew that, and I wanted to make sure it stayed that way. Our most ferocious enemy worked for us, a person I chose. Now you know it all, discovered by the very tool it was all about. The irony is not lost on me. But well, you chose to disobey. I have warned you, this will have consequences for you. That's nice. Oop, there I go. Wait, that device is offline. That's fine. But I'm also just like, that has to be why. Okay, his device is also offline now. Find out who impersonated. That's okay. Is it trying to get me to be like, there was a... Oh my gosh. Enable. Is there still something going on this website I don't know about yet? Also, why are y'all putting your computer codes places? It's weird. Alright. We don't need that information. Like, unless there's maybe there's an admin chat thing he has access to. I'm not sure. Okay, that was stupid. The open door. Whoever is pretending to be him is doing. I did terrible. So they gonna come and track Orwell, we'll let them come. It's almost 4, we only have time for one more upload. Okay, I was hoping I would be able to upload that. Just like you disappeared. His phone is gone, just like you disappeared this morning. It's probably this. Which means he probably didn't send that email. It's Juliet, isn't it? Yeah, it's Juliet. It has to be. He lost his phone. I thought he would be attached to it. Well, it's 4. I'm getting interventions to check all the places. Now wait and see what happens, I'm guessing that says. Yeah, the initiate is hacking. Hello, hackers. So I'm guessing Juliet was at all those locations. I'm guessing this is the initiate. Yeah. At least this guy is helping me try and listen in on this call. Oh, how's the initiate on it? So Juliet's calling everyone? Hello, is this working? Anyone here? Well, I am. Harry, I didn't know if you'd still be around. Barely got here in time. Cassie, you've been released? Yeah, seems they got nothing on me after all. This is great. I am not quite sure what I'm doing here, but I am here as well. Joseph, great, you're there. Holy crap. What is this? Who are you? A fool who is baffled by the madness he just witnessed. Otherwise, initiate. Well, glad you decided to join us. That's completely unintended. What do you mean? You're in the call, aren't you? Yeah, I'm also in Orwell. In Orwell? Abe sent me an IP address to get into Orwell. Makes hacking the darn thing incredibly easy. You did what? And that worked? Like a charm. Kinda now control the darn thing? It's really, really worrying. Come again, you have Orwell on a freaking leash? Freaking great. How does that worry you? My control is limited and the Gov will get controlled back at some point, but this isn't my primary concern. What makes me nervous is, why would Abraham have such extensive knowledge of Orwell? The whole thing reeks of an enormous trap. Abe wouldn't betray us. No, he wouldn't, but you're right. Something very strange is afoot. We should get out right now. And this is the point where it gets worse. I have a quick look at his file. You will not believe what it says. Abraham is dead. He died quite some time ago. What? That's impossible. I thought that when he first disappeared, but I put in the back of my mind. What became of him? Dead? No. Abraham Howe. He was very sick. Cancer. Ugh, you old fool. Why couldn't you tell us? He gave Nina the order for the bombings after his demise. This means someone has been setting her up real bad. And not only her, all of us. Who the fudge would do such a thing? I'm not getting info on who or why. What a pity, but it does prove my point. Wait, what do you mean, Jules? It was me. I set you up. Yep, I figured that out too late. What, Jules, you? Wait a sec, I can't believe where this is going. Are you for real? Are you telling me that you told Nina to place those bombs? I did. I'm not proud of it, but it had to be done. What the heck? Why? You and Nina, you two ruined everything for Abraham and for Thought. So you decided that leaving me wasn't enough for revenge. You had to kill innocent people and blame it all on Thought. It was necessary. Only when things are at their darkest will people listen, take note, and actually enact change. Abe knew that. I know it was extreme. Extreme. It's murder. I know. Believe me, I know. You are the reason I was in custody, Jules. How could you do that to me? Thought needed to be destroyed. That was the whole point. Instead of seeking me out and arresting me, Orwell labeled you as the target persons who investigated you all. Screwed up your lives. People need to see how effed up Orwell is. It's not protection. It's invasive and manipulative doom for everyone. No one is innocent. Everyone is a suspect. Abe wanted to make the world stand up against things like Orwell. He knew how dangerous the project was. That's why he worked on it. He did what? He worked on Orwell? This confirms what I fear, but I didn't want to believe it. If so, he could have gone to the media and make it all public, wouldn't he? He was afraid. He thought nothing would ever change if he did. Can you blame him? He told me everything. And only me. Ha ha ha, funny. I just realized you're actually much better, yet much worse activist than Nina or me could ever be. That's admirable, in a strange and very effed up way. You're nothing but a bee, Juliet, a liar and a killer. Cassie, well, just shut up. Shut up. This is madness, Juliet. First Cassie, then you pulled me into this. All those poor people who suffered at your hands. I still don't get it. Why draw all this attention to Thought? You didn't convince anyone by your actions. Why this gathering? Why let me hack Orwell? I just needed to convince one person how faulty Orwell was. Costigan, the guy Harry leaked information about, was the man on the inside, the only advisor. The real person who's been spying on you is still around. The person who actually went through your stuff, passed on the data. The one listening right now, the investigator. That's right, I'm talking to you. I knew you had to be around when everyone would come together. You had to be listening. Initiate was just a windfall, a chance to make sure you did not immediately go up against us. Investigator, I have a question for you. Now that you saw Orwell firsthand, do you really think that the system will help anyone? Do you think the government will not spy on you as well? Did you think you were outside the system? Think again. They evaluate even you. Abe knew that. He saw the madness. They observe even you, the investigators. But we can stop it. You can. Remember you became recruited for being outside the system, outside of the nation? What if we show people what they store about you, that even you are not outside the system, that no one is outside the system? All you need to do, investigator, is upload the data they have on you, incriminating yourself. This is so mind-bogglingly stupid. Why would the investigator cooperate? The gov will come after them. That's exactly the point. The evaluation is supposed to be a safety net so that no one misuses Orwell. Acting on evidence is mandatory. If the investigator incriminates themselves, they will be forced to prosecute them and reveal this evidence that the investigators are actually being spied on as well, publicly. This is absolutely mad. I don't see this working. I like to offer an alternative, investigator. Just so happens that a certain Catherine Delacroix is in these files too. I say we make use of the fact we have control of Orwell. Let's use it as a weapon and turn it against the government. There's something dirty to be found about Mrs. Delacroix for sure. Let them act on that evidence. Now we're talking. No, hurting Delacroix won't help much. She's just going to get replaced. This isn't the right way. Like I said, Jules, just shut it. Nobody is interested in what you have to say. But how can we trust this investigator? What the heck? How'd they find Harrison? What's going on? User quit the session. Seems like you just fell to this great surveillance system. Oh crap, we need to act fast. Let me show you all what I can see right now. Here, streams up. Here's Cassandra's file. Wow, this feels like a slap in my face. They have been collecting all of this. I guess it's not too bad. Maybe we can give it a try. Joseph, your turn? My turn? Now what's funny about your file, Joseph, it says here you were offered a release of Cassandra for info on thought. And you agreed. Yes, I was offered a deal. I don't know who offered it, and I didn't do it in the end. Cassandra was released without this being necessary. Oh, thank God you didn't do it, Josie. So, do I think this person can actually make unbiased decisions? Yes, I do. I shall speak on behalf of Nina, then. I only realize now it might have been my fault Nina got investigated in the first place. But it's all clear the investigator is responsible for hunting her down like this. They caused her death, no doubt. Perhaps the investigator didn't know any better, and we know Nina was guilty. It doesn't strengthen my trust, though. But then the investigator arrested Harrison. No, we cannot trust such a person. Meaning the final verdict is 2 votes to trust the investigator. Sounds like we should do this. Investigator, if you heard what we think of you, we stand beside you. You don't need to fear prosecution by the government. Thought will protect you. Investigator, it's time to make up your mind. You can tear down the entire system. Just complete my plan, please. I will turn Delcross into a target person. I think I can easily activate access to her PC for you as well. Uh-oh. When Abraham stopped his work for Rosalind Tech and the government, he was cloned all information he had and hid it in the office. He told me, and I maintained it. The system is programmed to boot itself again in a couple of minutes. You'll have access to everything. You just need to find the UID of the device. I can't tell you here, now that Orwell isn't tracking data chunks. I have full understanding if you judge and incriminate me for what I've done. I think I've done it. It's up to you now. Do the right thing. Finally, I thought this disturbance would never end. The back-end engineer said we had unwanted guests. We already know it was thought. It was about time to undo them. We must be strong. We must show these people for what they are. The nation's safety is dependent on it. Find a way to incriminate them together as a group. All we need is a hint that Abraham Goldfels intended this group to carry out terrorist acts. Well, I know that's not true. We could trace the attack back to our remote PC. I will now manually unlock this PC for you. What's going on here? Let's go to Insider. Which one did she do? Trash. Nothing there. Demarriage. Codex Draft A. What is going on? Harrison O'Donnell was arrested. The suspect was found alone at Orchard Drive. Attempted to flee. That's fine. Human elements. I still don't know what I'm going to do. I don't want to, say they all did it as a group, because they didn't, and that is uncouth. Authored information. Okay, so I can't do that, which is weird. Notes. I started my work. That's fine. Parameters and ethical codex. May. November. To make things even worse, they introduced a 3rd human element. To oversee, they called the other 2 to make sure do not misuse their power. I could report on myself, I suppose. I guess that's not really reporting myself being unethical. It's more like we can do that. I'm wondering if I didn't do anything wrong. You will surely understand human elements are prone to misuse. We had to do this. Yeah, it's like internal affairs. I actually completely agree with that. I wonder though, had I not implicated myself before, if I would even have gotten that option. What was this? Well, he was already dead, so that's not possible, and a lie. Yeah, he's been dead. That's not Abraham skewing, that is a fake person. It's you, isn't it? Well, he found his daughter. That's actually really sweet. I don't understand. Okay. So, you wanted her to destroy the computer and do nothing else. Seems Juliet Carrington didn't respect Abraham Goldfeld's wishes. She should have. This proves she had the resources to impersonate him. The only missing thing now is that the impersonator incited the bombings. And the impersonator did. Okay, so that's how we can use it. We have proof. What? No. Notes, maybe. I forget where it is. I don't want... Because I'm also, like, doing anything outside of that is an abuse of power. So I think I'm just gonna go where this evidence leads me. Is it private? So this fake person planned the bombings. In Abraham 2017, Abram Goldfeld's already dead. This only proves that the impersonator incited the bombings. Good, I will initiate a nationwide search for her. She will not escape justice. I kind of... What is the initiate doing? Juliet works at Rosin, coincidence, ex of Harrison, maybe hiding something. We're here, confirm. Okay, so this is the initiate's information. Themba von Biljon, so this is the hacker, and he worked at Rosin, so that's fine. I feel like don't need to do more. Wait, I know this picture. I think I've seen it before. I don't know if it was while I was doing my thumbnails or what. Great, we'll start a search for this guy. Don't think you should. Ooh, my evaluation. Oh, cool. I'm sorry, I'm doing important stuff, looking up possible criminal activity. I didn't do it. Big Brother. He's from South Africa. Real sweetie, angry. Joseph, no idea who this guy is. Save Protocol. I don't know who Winston is. Abraham. Harmless. Alright, cool. I guess if I open her How did you? You're supposed to look at my computer. Source of the intrusion. Leave my PC alone. You don't not want to be assessed. I don't. Ugh. What do I do? Get mad at myself? What do I do? I don't want to do anything on. Hey, I'm trustworthy, so I feel like we should do this. I'm gonna upload information on myself. Excuse me. I know you might be upset that we tracked your progress, but we need a fail-safe. Such a powerful tool. We cannot allow random people to operate without any backup plan. I mean, we needed something in place that something went wrong. And something did go wrong. What are you up to? Self-incrimination? To what end? I feel like I want to play this again just so I can incriminate Catherine instead. Yes, I'm self-incriminating myself. Leave me alone. Stop this us once or we'll have to prosecute you. I'd rather be prosecuted. Yeah. Self-incriminating Orwell investigator causes reveal of the project scale. Parliament stormed by protesters after the outrage. Government announces immediate termination. Impartial agency commissioned with erasing the stored data. That's Bounton bombings mastermind. Juliet Carrington arrested. Good. As long as she's arrested, I'm good with that. Investigator wanted for arrest. Oh, I have to be extradited in order for that to happen. Interesting. Is this Thoughts Will Be Free, that song? Also, it sounds like the audio is messed up. Oh. I can still do stuff. Investigator entangled with activist group thought wanted for immediate arrest. Whether their home country will comply remains to be seen. The government has declared the investigator entangled with the activist group thought is wanted for the immediate arrest. So far, it remains unknown whether the home country of the investigator will comply. It is presumed that the government will leave no stone unturned to get a hold of the investigator who's likely in possession of insider information on their surveillance project known as Orwell. It is presumed to mark the end of the case known as the Bounton bombings. Experts suggest that after the troubled events of the recent week, the nation and its citizens will finally find some long overdue peace and quiet. I did reveal insider information on myself and not what's her face. But I mean, her job's essentially done, right? Orwell. Oh, I love that game so much. I'm probably gonna play it again, not recording it myself, just to see if I can get the other endings by doing some other stuff from the beginning, because I don't want to do the absolute beginning. See if anything there can fix it. We'll have to see. But I love that game so much. And then I really did forget some stuff in the game, which also made it quite fun to play again. Not remembering some stuff, but it was so much fun. Also, I'm wondering how much extra stuff we could have gotten into had we realized that we should not have reported some of those locations prior. I'm also wondering, had we uploaded other things, would we have been able to investigate ourselves, or if that was something we just had to do? or if we never opened the link between Joseph and Catherine, would we have even been allowed to investigate her? So I can definitely see how there's all these different things that would have prevented us from going down certain routes. So that was quite interesting. But yeah, so I don't know how long the ending credits will go, but I will definitely, in my own time, play this again to see if I can do some other stuff. And then get ready for the next game. Because honestly, that was also a fun ride from what I remember, but I also, luckily, I guess, in your case, I still don't remember it. But we'll have to see what happens there. Yeah. And thanks to all these people. Or if I can speed it up. I cannot. So we'll have to go through all the credits. And again, I would also highly recommend anybody who has not actually do read 1984 and a lot of honestly a lot of George Orwell's stuff, because it's very provocative and thought provoking, and it's just really amazing things. But I guess until I see you guys next time, for the next game, I will leave it here. And again, have fun. And I will see all you guys later for season 2. Bye!